In history, maps are more than drawings of land and sea. They are mirrors of human knowledge, evidence of what explorers saw and what civilizations understood about the world. But sometimes, maps tell stories that do not fit into the history we are taught. One such story is that of Tartaria, a land once shown clearly on maps for centuries, only to vanish in the blink of an eye. These are the maps that should not exist. When European explorers began their great voyages in the 15th and 16th centuries, cartographers raced to chart the new lands being discovered. Their maps were prized possessions, symbols of wealth, knowledge, and power. Yet among the coastlines of the Americas and the great oceans, another detail appears again and again: Tartaria. From the 16th century through the 18th, Tartary was drawn as a massive region covering almost all of northern Asia. It stretched from the borders of China to the icy reaches of Siberia, from the Caspian Sea to the Pacific Ocean. The names of cities, rivers, and mountain ranges filled its space. For generations, it was no mystery. To explorers, scholars, and rulers, Tartaria was real. But by the mid-19th century, something remarkable happened. The name Tartaria began to disappear. Maps that once boldly labeled its borders suddenly replaced it with Siberia, Mongolia, or Russia. The once great Tartary became at best a vague memory, described as a misunderstanding or a mere geographical expression. How could a region that appeared on so many maps, created by respected scholars, vanish almost overnight? Some claim it was nothing more than a convenient label. European cartographers, they argue, use the word Tartary to describe lands they did not fully understand. Perhaps. But if that were true, why were so many details included? Why did these maps show not just empty wilderness, but cities, roads, and even coats of arms for Tartarian rulers? One famous example is the 16th century map by Gerardus Mercator, one of the greatest cartographers in history. His work, known for its accuracy and detail, clearly marks Tartaria as a distinct region. Other maps, from France, England, and Italy, echo the same. Were all these masters of geography mistaken? Or did they record a truth later buried beneath layers of rewritten history? The disappearance of Tartaria on maps coincided with a dramatic shift in world power. The 18th and 19th centuries were the age of empires, when Britain, Russia, and others expanded their influence across the globe. It was also the age of official history, when governments began to standardize education, rewriting the past to strengthen their control. Could it be that Tartaria was deliberately erased, its land and heritage absorbed into expanding empires, its memory hidden from future generations? There is another mystery, too. Many of these old maps show details that should have been impossible at the time. Rivers perfectly drawn, mountain ranges mapped with surprising accuracy, long before satellite images or modern surveying tools. How did they know? Did these maps preserve ancient knowledge, passed down from a forgotten civilization, perhaps even from Tartaria itself? To hold such a map in your hands is to feel the weight of lost history. The ink, faded with time, whispers of a world larger and more complex than the one we are told. Each line and symbol is a fragment of a story that does not match the textbooks, and it leaves us with questions far greater than answers. If Tartaria never truly existed, why do maps across centuries and continents agree on its presence? If it was only a label, why did it vanish so suddenly, just as empires tightened their grip on history? And if it was real, an empire with knowledge and power, why was it erased so completely? The maps remain. They are not myths, not stories told by word of mouth, but physical evidence, records made by scholars who devoted their lives to accuracy. They should not exist if Tartaria was only a legend. Yet they do. And their very existence forces us to wonder what else has been hidden. Perhaps maps are more than guides for travelers. Perhaps they are keys, unlocking doors to the past that others wanted us to forget. As we move deeper into this story, the truth becomes harder to ignore. History may be written by the victors, but the maps, silent, enduring, and undeniable, still carry the voice of the forgotten empire.